Coach Prime might have just busted the lid wide open with this big time hire. It's getting a little bit of excitement, but probably not enough because people aren't comprehending how big of a move this actually is. Let's roll the intro and let's talk all about it. And of course, more drama as usual with the coach. Good to see you. Welcome back. Smash the like button, subscribe to the show, of course, brought to you by BetUS. Coach Prime just went and hired one of the top strength and conditioning coaches we've seen in our lifetime, 1998 to 2016. While Coach Andrew Swayze was at Miami, he produced 35 first-round draft picks and 100-plus NFL draftees during that time. Now, that's important, okay? There's also a great clip from running back from the Saints, Mr. Alvin Kamara, drawing a blank there for a quick second, just talking about the great things that he's done for him and kind of the promise of like, look, if you continue to work with me, you'll make $100 million. And clearly here we are about 10 years later from that moment they had that conversation, and he said he's pretty damn close. Why strength and conditioning is so important and why this is such a massive hire. It gets overlooked because it's not, when these guys work, it's not during the season. It's not when pads are being smashed, not when they're running routes and doing all those things and play callings being played, right? And the only time you really hear about strength and conditioning is when it's bad because they're getting pushed around, they're getting bullied, people run out of gas, injuries are through the roof. And that's when you go, what's going on? Why are we here? Talk to any great football player. Talk to anybody that's been around the game for quite some time. They'll tell you the season is won from now until April, which is strength and conditioning. Another thing that people don't understand is the strength and conditioning coach is the only one that's allowed to be with these players from now until when they start running some plays, which is in March. So for 3 months, the head coach has to pass the reins off to somebody. This Coach Sway is the head coach of the Colorado Buffs from now until the pads are busted out. Whether you want to believe me or not, that's a matter of a fact. He runs the team. They're not allowed to get with other coaches like they are in the regular season. He is the one that is responsible. And so for a coach to go, and usually strength and conditioning coaches are tied to the hip of their head coaches. They travel with their head coach because once that bond is cinched, you don't really break it too often because, again, this is somebody that you are passing the reins off to for 2 to 3 months, and you trust them wholeheartedly to establish a base, establish a mindset for when you come in March, they're already rocking and rolling. That killer mindset, that instinct that they're wanting to have is already there. And that's something I think, again, everything else is there, but this is the baseline that isn't really noticed come football time. But if you're a coach, you know how important this is. So this hire, I absolutely love it. I think the credentials that he carries, what the background that he possesses. There's a clip on Well Off Media of him just going at I'll play the clip so y'all can hear it. Just him just getting after it. I just love the energy.
You better buckle up. Listen to what I'm telling you. Buckle up. Watch the film. How'd you like the bowl game? What teams are playing right now?
Great.
Is it you?
Thank you.
If you ain't angry, something wrong. I got a problem with you. How about that? I got a problem. If you cool, what you gonna watch the other game? Now, what you gonna go find somewhere to get some little wings and start watching the game? It should be you.
I love it. You need that in the training. It's just straight killer mentality. I'm not here to be your best friend. I'm here to make your life a living hell. If you hate, you should hate this time. Game time should be easy. This hire's massive. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to notice it. You're not going to hear about it. But you'll see a little bit of it in March. You'll really come see it come August. We'll be talking about it. I'll be keeping an eye on it. Maybe we get some numbers to talk about the transformation of this team you're going to see. But this is massive. Keep an eye on Julian Lewis. Keep an eye on Jordan Seaton, this O-line, how they buff up, how they beef up. Big time move. Big time hire. Now, we talked last episode, and again, the comment section got a little rowdy, like, hey, why are we talking about this? This is all just a bunch of drama. And again, a lot of great opinions. I think some people are like, look, and a lot of the comments were right. People start talking about this coaching potential of Coach Prime going elsewhere, maybe to deter what's going on in Colorado, to take away some momentum that they have. And those are all true. And I think, there could be some more truth to that, which we'll get into after this here in just a moment. But I want to play the clip of Coach Prime, what he had to say when greeting the team, talking about coming back for the first time. I'm not having to coach his kids. Take a listen.
It's an honor and a privilege to be standing before you. It's I can't explain how happy and how thoughtful and how thankful I am for this day. I've been praying about this day. I've been anticipating this day. You got to understand, it's an emotional day for me. This is the first day I've been up here without two knuckleheads, and I'm looking back. Charlotte told me I was gonna get mad at him for not being in the meeting today, knowing he don't supposed to be in the meeting today. So, but this is the first day I'm coaching without my boys, which is a pleasure and an honor for me. So now I can just be a coach. I don't have to be my dad, and I like that. I love that. But I feel like I'm gonna treat somebody in here, or the multitude of y'all in here, like you, my sons, because I love y'all just that much. Because you could have chose anybody, but you chose us, and I feel like you chose me. So I'm proud of it.
That doesn't sound like somebody's getting ready to pack up and leave. I'll tell you that. And somebody made a comment a few weeks ago in this comment section about how I think it's going to be better for Coach Prime. And I agree. I think, look, as fun as it is, I'm sure, to coach your kids, I've never done that. I mean, I can't wait. But if your passion is to become a great head coach, you like to have a little bit of both. And I think that chapter has come and went. And as someone who is a dad, I could see where it's cool, but once that's gone, the focus changes dramatically. Like, that's a fog, that's a block, that's a natural mental block of your kids being there. You're kind of second guessing, maybe thinking like, how should I care myself in this moment? I got my kids, and you should always kind of operate like that. But it just can make you a little bit, a little slow to the step. But loved hearing that. And again, that's kind of hearing this, and then now there's more news, which we'll get into in just a moment. Made me believe, maybe I forgot about, because again, this seems to be a reoccurrence every year. Around this time, as Coach Prime's leaving, Coach Prime's headed here, Coach Prime's going there, Coach Prime's going to take this job. This is a perfect opportunity. The reason what made me kind of raise my eyebrow last time was because it said that Coach Prime had showed interest. Now, game came from someone in his camp, so we'll see. But of course, the show is brought to you by BetUS. Be sure to smash the like button and check out BetUS.com. Use the code YouTube150 to get back 150% on your first deposit, then 125 on your next two, up to $2,000 right now. Running some great deals. Got plenty of playoff football happening right now, as well as tonight, Vikings and Rams, and of course the national championship, which we'll be talking about. March Madness is just around the corner, which is an absolute blast to be a part of. But this dropped here just a little bit ago. Chad Johnson, I saw him tweet this, and I go, here we go, because of course McCarthy has they didn't come to agreement on their deal, and then he tweets that, and then of course there was now a report that there has been conversation between the two organizations and Coach Prime's and the Dallas Cowboys. The report is from a Schultz report that there has been, again, communication. The Cowboys have spoken to Colorado head coach Deion Sanders about their open head coach vacancy. Per Schultz report, a potential huge development from Ari. So again, it's a pretty reputable source. Again, a lot of people kind of said it. A lot of movements had to happen. I don't think you just say Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys. Cowboys would have to make a move. They are in a better position, in my opinion, than Vegas to make a move, because they could trade Dak Prescott to the Browns for that second-round draft pick very easily. And I wouldn't be surprised if Browns were to take that. And if that were to happen, then I think that's where the conversation becomes a little more serious. But again, the reason why, because it's just like one thing moves, these things start happening. And just seeing, again, hiring this big-time offense or strength and conditioning coach, hearing him talk in this meeting, you could see just the way that he's carrying himself. And again, I don't. These conversations may be happening. You're a businessman. Maybe you're definitely having an ear open to it. But I'm not. He's told us plenty of times he's not going anywhere. I believe that. Again, these reports have me kind of raising an eyebrow, wondering, what could be happening. I feel like it sucks as you kind of watching this, because you can never just have like a nice peaceful offseason. There's always this kind of just this nuance, and it should be a compliment to the Buffs and Coach Prime that these teams are constantly wanting to poach you, right? I think that's where you have to kind of look at that situation as like, this is how much of an impact he's shown in just 2 years, that a lot of people want to get a piece of that. So yeah, we'll be continuing to monitoring that as the time goes. I want to hear your thoughts and comments again. You guys had a lot of great conversation. Some people are frustrated that I talked about it, and I understand your frustrations, but at the same time, this is main media. This is mainstream media. Me talking about it doesn't I don't believe amplifies it any more than it already is, especially if we talk about it from a healthy standpoint. I think these things need to be talked about. If they're ignored, I don't think I'm doing my part 100%. So again, there's times where I've ignored it because I felt like it's been just kind of hearsay. When there's a report saying there's conversations happening, to me, that's a step further than just, I think he should go here because of X, Y, and Z. That doesn't intrigue me. That's just you're bored and you want to have a conversation. I don't know. I'm not cool to do that because that conversation was kind of cool and exciting when it first started. Now it's clicky. When there's actual reports, that's where I do feel that it is healthy to discuss. Whether you don't like the news or not, it's still the news at the moment. So, hope you guys enjoy the content. As always, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe. Let's get to 14,000 subs. Continue to grow the family. Much appreciated, of course. Show's brought to you by BetUS. We'll see you on the next one. Peace and love, baby.